I think we're all running again. This is another Quick and Dirty Tuesday, and we've got a couple of other things going on tonight in terms of the change to the video. I must say it's something that I'm enjoying. Let me say hello to you on that camera. Hello to you on that camera. Hello to you on that camera. Hope it's still working. And hello to you on that camera. Should be 4 of us. Oh, look at my fat tum-tum. Oh my God. Bad angle. Bad angle. I suck it in. Okay. Oh, I've got to look fit. My gosh. That's terrible. The problems of being... Oh, sorry. Explosive. The problems of being a 60-year-old. One of the few. I don't have many problems. That's one of them. Oh, what I've got, I've moved the DJI Mobile Osmo 7P, I think it is, almost directly in front of me. So if I move around a bit, what? It's following me. Look at that. That is so cool. I love that. That is really good. It's a duplication of 2 angles though, so it's just a slightly different take. I could move it a little bit more. I don't know where to move it. What do you think of the audio? This is the Shure SH55 Series 2. Sorry, 55SH Series 2 Unidyne Dynamic. Unidyne Dynamic. I can't say that. The reason I'm having a hard time talking tonight is because it is 20 to 12 p.m. It's almost turning into the a.m. Yeah, it's kind of late. I've got to be honest. It's that one. Yeah, cool. I don't like the view so much. I'm really liking the view of this one. Well, yellow finger. This one. Another yellow finger. Damn. Of the moving camera one. That's cool. Oh, it kind of loses me though, and then goes crazy-ish. Like I think it's because of the microphone being almost as big as my head. If I hide behind it, it can't see me. Anyway, there we go. So this is literally going to be a quick and dirty because I literally forgot that it was Tuesday. I went to bed. I had a bit of a quick shave, had a shower, did some work. I've got to talk about work. This is really interesting. So I actually went to bed and then I was watching a little bit of YouTube. And I've got to say that I want to shout out to... now I'm going to make a fool of myself because how do I find... Oh, wait. All right, while I'm playing around here, I'll explain what's going on. There's a new subscriber who's given me some praise on one of the videos, and I take praise just as well as anybody else does. I love it. Who doesn't? Whenever someone's got something kind to say, hey, I'm there. I want to experience it. I want to know, what was said, and yeah, it's good. So appreciate it, and I want to call out your name, the account name, because I don't know your name. The community. Oh my God, taking so long. Sorry, so sorry about this, and I feel bad that. Like I've got to look up the name. This is bad. Mentions, is that? Nope. Comments. There we go. Comments and content type video. Short response status. Responded. No, here we go. Come on. Refreshing, and there you go. I'm gonna be really bad at pronouncing your name. I'm so sorry. Suramanto 27J 2020. Suramanto, I think that's right. Suramanto. I really appreciate you talking about having a nice studio. I call it the Schack. So I really. There's a couple of reasons I call it the Schack. Number one is that it is actually a shack. It's like 1 4 meter by 7 meter space. I think it's actually might even be 8 meters, because I've got 1 meter down there, 1 meter by 4 meters converted into an ensuite. So there's a shower at that end, little basin there you can see, and then there's a toilet, a commode, a basin. No, what do you call it? Just a water closet, a WC, a toilet, a loo over there, and it's got a sliding door, so it's all private, and it's good. And then out here, just an open space. One thing I must point out, you can just see it in this angle. You can see the exposed beams. So it's a cathedral ceiling, they call it. So I've got the guy who made it was so ticked off with me when I told him this is what I want to do. He thought I was going to put a normal flat ceiling under the rafters. And I said, halfway through the build, I said, I want the rafters exposed. Because he could have got away with only 3 rafters, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 rafters exposed. So it meant that he had a really awkward time getting the plaster, the ceiling, what do you call it, gyprock, to fit. Yeah, it was really awkward. He cursed me so much, but I really like the look of it. It's just really good, and it's also really handy because in the archway, I put my guitars. So I've got hooks up there, and I can reach my guitars at any time. They're all hanging from the rafters, basically, up above where you can see. So that view of the top left view, you can't see that there's guitars there, but you can see the straps. In the bottom right-hand view, you can see the straps hanging from the guitars just up there. And I love it. It's so good. And it makes it look like a really light, airy room. And I've got floating floorboard paneling put in. So it's got that rustic kind of look. And on the top left, you see the top left angle view behind me is a blank wall. I've got a data projector up there, and I can watch movies on that wall. And I've got, see that speaker on the top left-hand corner there? That's one of the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speakers with a subwoofer as well. So I get kind of a movie theater built in, Sammy movie theater, when I turn the lights off and so forth. And it's just, I just love it. Yeah, it was a garage. There was a car in here at one point, and of course there is no car now. So that's what it is. It's the Schack. It's just brilliant. My own design, I must say. 2 big windows, one there, one further down on one side. No windows on the other side. One little window for the ensuite, and then a double door so I can get things in and out if I have to, big things, without having to get through a single door. And it means in summer I can open up both doors, or spring is better. Spring, autumn, summer, not winter, too cold. But in those 3 seasons of the year, I can open up the doors and get a breeze coming through or whatever. It's just beautiful. Love it. And the view outside, some of the videos you'll see the view outside, there's a big mulberry tree and then a courtyard and then flowers, and I've got a lime tree right in front of my window here. And then the house you see on the left, and a patch of grass. And then the blue sky over on the right-hand side. So I can, it's just, I love it. Yep, I could stay in here. In fact, there was a time when I was sleeping in here for a long time, and it was, the marriage was great, but I kind of was, just so attached to being in here, and I had a lot of work to do. It was so good. Anyway, and I also wanted to shout out to Hassan Dewey 13075. I'm going to just say, Hassan, thank you so much for your kind words as well. Great video, Andrew, the guy Harris. I was watching that video in bed to see, okay, why did he make that comment about that particular video? And then I realized, holy cow, this is Tuesday. I've got to do the quick and dirty, and it's almost midnight. And so I thought, that's when I woke up out and came back out here and decided to do this with you. So there we go. That's it. I'm getting lots of nice comments from people, so I really appreciate it. Means a lot to me. I know a lot of people, I don't know, take comments for granted maybe, or don't really pay attention to them. But I try. At the moment, I don't have that many subscribers, so I'm looking at each and every comment, and I love it. I just love talking to people, yeah, and seeing, I don't know, seeing good things come of, or good things come to people. Maybe that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. It's very late. Now, look, I wanted to talk about one thing quickly, which is the sound guy. It's starting to take off. I can't believe it. My little tiny micro business. 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to help out and make movies and make YouTube videos better. And I thought the best way to do it was to join a group of people who make movies professionally. And I saw a need for someone who was dedicated to sound, like recording sound on set for indie film makers. Because most of those filmmakers I saw were more dedicated to the cinematography and putting a lot of effort in lighting and camera work and the story. And then the sound was kind of thought about at the last moment. And that was like so appealing to me to do that. I like sound, I like recording, so I thought, yeah, I'll do that. And a whole lot of people really appreciated the effort and the time that I put into kind of understanding it better and better and better. There's still a lot to learn, and I've been doing it professionally 2 years, and now, I mean, I've always been interested in sound since I was a kid, like playing around with recorders, electronics, making FM transmitters, and pretending to be a spy. So I used to spy on my family and put FM radio, wireless radio transmitters into pot plants and God knows what else to try and capture some secrets. But yeah, all I did was annoy everyone because they could tell that I was listening in. It was really dumb, but I had such a good time. They were kits. They cost like $10. You'd solder resistors, capacitors, antennas, toroidal kind of coils together, and plug a 9-volt battery into it. And hey presto, you could listen in on your FM radio. You'd tune it in and listen to what it was picking up. It wasn't very sensitive, and it was super scratchy and really bad audio. But it taught me a little bit about electronics and how to record things. So that was cool. And now I am a professional sound recordist. I call myself the sound guy, and I charge for it. I charge at the moment. I'm charging $650 a day and $45 an hour for the equipment. So $650 for me and my time. And I do that because if I get sick and someone's counting on me to be there to do sound recording, I want to be able to call up one of my co-sound people. Like there's a community in Sydney, so I can just put out a post and say, look, I'm sick. Can someone do sound today? And I'll give you, like, I've got to make some money out of it. So, I'll give you $500 at the drop of a hat if you can just even take my gear and go and do this job, or got your own gear if you want. I don't care. I'll give you $500. I've got to make some money, so I keep $150. And then with that, I should be able to get someone in Sydney to fill in for me if I get sick. So that's the difference, I think, between an amateur and a professional, is that you're going to be dedicated and holding your promise, and you're going to be serious about it and let them know whatever happens, you will have your recording. Because these people, they're often self-funded, so they've worked hard to save money to make their dream, their movie, and then to organise for the site, actors, makeup artists, videographers, production assistants. Like it's not just a one-man band. It's like 10 or 15 people that you and permissions and permits, and you got to spend money. So for sound to be left in the lurch on the day, and you say you can't make it, like that's serious. Like sound is 50% of the movie, if not more. And so I feel as a professional, you can't just kind of make a promise and then break it and hope that someone else is going to go in there and I'm sure I know who this is. You're black, he says. This is what I mean about this guy that I'm working with who pushes the boundaries. Like, I can't bleep this. This is live. And he's writing stuff in here like that. I'm like, come on. That's like he's semi racist. He's doing it as a joke, but I know that these jokes are not appreciated. Like, I know who you are. I know who you are. Don't. Uh, and he's actually got the grammar incorrect. When you say you are, it's actually YOU apostrophe RE, as in it's an abbreviation of you are, and you're saying your. So it's YOU apostrophe RE. That's the correct grammar. And so this is Iguna61. So I think it's Instagram Una61. Yeah. I'm giving away all your secrets. So my point was, though, that as a professional, you can't kind of make promises, take money off people, and then not turn up for the shoot, because you're definitely causing a massive problem for the poor person who's saved their money. As an indie film producer, it's often someone who... cockroach. Yuck. Hate those. It's someone who's put a lot of time and effort and money aside for a particular day, time, and place, and they're depending on people to be there. So that's why I'm charging $650 a day and then $45 an hour for my gear. It sounds like a lot because that is exactly actually $1,300. And I know there's a lot of soundies out there that go, oh, that's too much money. When you take in consideration what I just said, that is the bare minimum, because you want to be able to get someone at a drop of a hat to say, stop what you're doing, do this for me instead. Here's $500. $500 is not an insignificant amount of money. There's a lot of soundies that do sound free. So to get $500 to do sound and you love it and you're good at it, it's actually really good. So that's why I'm charging that kind of money, so that I can promise that something's, if I can't be there, someone's going to be there. Like, I'm not going to let you down. So it's going to work. And there are things those are the things that keep people coming back to you, because you're dedicated, you're learning all the time, you're charging appropriately so that they're not let down, and it's like an insurance policy. Like, they're not going to miss out on sound because of that kind of commitment that I'm putting together. And that's what professionals actually do. There you go. So if you're not charging like that, you are not professional, and therefore you could possibly let people down. And that's what I want indie film producers to understand, is that when you're dealing with people like me who charge more than a case of beer or a credit on IMDb, nothing wrong with that, but that's the choice that you have. You either take the chance that this person is going to get sick and not turn up and not have a backup, or you go with someone who's more professional, more dedicated, and has got a backup lined up for you in case something happens. There you go. My soapbox rant is now over. Yeah, that's. Oh, the other thing is, because of that, I'm starting to get freaking money in the bank. I've got in the last couple of days, people have seen the value that I'm providing, and in the last couple of days, I think I've added like $500 into my bank account, and that's I always, the other thing I'm doing is asking for 50% up front as a deposit, so that I can lock you in and know that you're committed as much as I'm committed. And the people who won't pay the 50%, and by the way, 0 people have not paid 50%. All of the clients I've so far won in terms of getting engaged to do their sound for them, all of them have paid the 50% up front. And that's making my life easier, less stressful, and guaranteed that I'm going to be there as well. So it's a win-win. Because the people who aren't going to give me 50% up front are obviously the people that I don't want to deal with. And the ones, they don't want to deal with me. So it's a really good way to weed out people that you don't want to deal with. And it's a good way to weed in the people, or grow in the people that you want to work with and have a good long-term operating relationship with. So yeah, that's what I want. I'm just putting my hand up here to get motion going again. For some reason, it times out. So there's a couple of really great things which is going on. I'm feeling more comfortable in front of the camera talking to you. That's what I'm really glad that my friend James, ex-friend, next friend, I'm not sure. He encouraged me to do a weekly schedule kind of update, and so that's forcing me to do this. And when I remember to get up and do it and make sure that I do the Quick and Dirty Tuesdays, and it's making me get in the habit of turning lights on, getting sound going, just getting a bit more organized. So that's really great. Thanks, James, if you're watching. Appreciate that. And the other thing is that having my work colleague want to come in and be involved in this kind of a format is encouraging as well, even though he is not going to be talking racist. What is the other one? It's racist, religious, and political. Yeah, we can't be racist, political, or religious on the podcast. Having said that, you know that we are, and every time we do that, I beep out anything that's going on, and you can still tell what we're talking about. So it's that's why I think it could actually work. So I probably will invite my colleague from Signub to come and join me. But the thing is, we need 3 people, so I'm thinking about getting in contact with James again and doing what I need to get him involved too, because he is an older guy who doesn't like younger people, and the Signub guy that wants to join is a younger guy. So it's going to be a really interesting dynamic because James and I clash often, and then the Signub colleague and we haven't clashed yet, but I think there's going to be places where we're going to clash on, so it's going to be like really interesting. And I think the Signub colleague and James are much more aligned than James realizes, and that he's going to actually like this much younger guy. So in terms of the banter and so forth. So that's I'm kind of tempted to do it. But I think what we'll do is we'll set up a different channel, because it's definitely going to be vastly different to what it's not vast. It's going to be vastly different to what most of the videos on this channel are, but it's going to be more in line with I think the 1 or 2 videos James and I did together, where we bleeped pretty much the entire video, James and I, because of the subject matter we were talking about. It's funny to watch, but it's ridiculously stressful to edit and record. It's so bad. Because even when you bleep it, you can read the lips, and you can, in the context of it all, with the bleeping, I leave pretty much the first, not syllable, but the first consonant maybe, or the vowel of the word, and then leave the last letter in as well. So it's like the first and last letter are left in, and then it goes beep, and then you can hear the last kind of word, letter, and then you can kind of work out what's being said. So it's borderline. It's borderline appropriate and inappropriate, and already I can feel like people are just reaching for the unsubscribe button, ready to go unsubscribe. We'll see. So that's what I'm toying with. So on top of that, like, I've got a family life, I've got mowing to do, the motorbike to fix. I'm going to do a video on the fix for the motorbike. The petrol pump is clagged. I think it's a connection. So I've got to do a video on the repair of that, because I don't know what the actual fault is. And it's going to be interesting, because I've got to get... It's out of rego right now, and it's heading towards going into needing a blue slip, which is like a roadworthy certificate, not a registration, but is this machine safe? Does it comply with it? Like it's an engineering certificate almost. So it's getting close to having to need that be done to it. So I've got to get it moving on that. And then there's Signal life, and then there's the Sound Guy life, and then there's... I'm toying with the idea of going back into IT as well, but man, it's so stressful and takes up so much time. I wouldn't have time to do half of what I'm doing now. So, I'm really, really loving working at Signub. Of all the things I've done, I think it's one of the things I really enjoy, because it's casual. if it was a full-time job, it would destroy me. I would hate it. But because it's casual, and I think Aguna61, if that's who I think it is, my colleague at Signub, I think he's recently gone casual as well, and I think he's enjoying it for that reason too, in terms of it. Like when you're in a full-time job and you're there Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, it is soul destroying. Like the richest part of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year, of your life has been taken away and replaced with money. And I'm saving more money than I ever have, and I'm literally earning 20% of what I used to earn. And so it's opened up my eyes to the fact that you don't have to kill yourself to get a high wage or a high earning job to live a really, really happy life. You live within your means and you have a happy, happy life, especially when it's a part-time, casual kind of a job that you don't have to spend like I said, the richest part of your life in. So yeah, it's really opened my eyes up to the fact that the corporate life is not anything what it's been marketed as. It's actually the worst life you can live. I think we're much better off working out what we're good at and then setting up our own little micro business and running micro businesses or doing a couple of different things at once. Yeah. So my colleague, I keep on calling him my colleague because he's the work guy that I work next with in Signub on occasion. When our schedules and our shifts kind of match, then we kind of have a bit of banter and a bit of fun there at work. It's good. Yeah, so I think he would agree, and he's doing another job as well as Signub, so it's like it fits in between the schedules and gives you a break from the 9 to 5 and a bit of fun and a bit of money on the side as well. So yeah, it's all things. It's great. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about, and now I'm super tired and I've got to go to bed. I have bought a whole lot of cables for Timecode, and I've just done a test on Timecode as well, and I've done a video of that, and I've got to edit it. And what I might do is just do a quick video of how to get Timecode going with the equipment that I think is the cheapest way in, and the most effective way to do a portable Timecode, which is scalable. And by scalable, I mean you can add cameras to it reasonably cheaply. I say reasonably because one of the devices that I've chosen to make as an add-on is the Tentacle Sync Track E. It's still $400, but it's a couple of things at once. It's a device which you can use to do timecode audio on and put an output signal into a camera to make the timecode as an audio channel. Or you can use it to jam sync the camera with timecode. So providing the camera has got a timecode capability and jamming, you can use the Tentacle Sync Track E to basically synchronize its timecode with the camera's timecode system to sync up the code. Or you can buy a whole new unit and put it on the camera and leave it there for the whole day to be timecode generated without having to jam sync. Jam sync is just grabbing the timecode generator and a camera and then putting it briefly together so the timecode signal syncs up. Then you disconnect it and put it onto another camera, do the same thing. And you've got to remember to do that every, say, 1.5 to 2 hours, because each clock in each device for timecode slowly goes out of sync. It slowly goes faster or slower. They're never all synced up together, left on their own. And it's because of the way that circuits are designed and how temperature and humidity and air pressure all affect the electronic circuit, and it makes things imprecise or not in sync. And hence we need to jam sync or regularly sync the time code, and it's just jamming a signal into one device from another, hence jam sync. But I'll show you that video because it's kind of interesting, and it gives you an insight into how complicated it is to make movies technically and artistically. The story carries everything. The audio carries a lot of the emotion. The video shows what's going on and sometimes conveys emotion, but the audio does most of the work carrying the emotional context behind the story. The story is paramount. The story would be 95% of what makes a good movie, and then the audio and then the video. And it's interesting that more money is pumped towards the video and the lighting, and less is given to the actual story, and much less is given to the audio. It's almost like reversed in practice. Really interesting. Okay, so on that note, that's all I've got to say on that. And now I am going to press a couple of buttons and see if we can... Why isn't that working? Oh, maybe it is. Oh, no, I know why. Because we have turned off, have we? No. What? Oh, that's weird. We should be getting... Oh, there it is. That's it there. Ha! All right. I wanted to hear the music, and I wasn't hearing it, and now I am. Okay, so this is how I exit all the videos, with that music playing in the background and me talking over the top, sounding like a professional type of a podcast even. And with my moving camera, I can move myself around a bit and it follows me. Oh, it's so cool. I love that. I think I can even go up and down. Look at that. Oh, that is crazy. That is the DJI Osmo Mobile 7P. The DJI Mobile Osmo 8P came out hours after I bought that. I was disappointed. And it's the difference between the 7P and the 8 is that the 8 will do 360 degree turns. Yeah. Whereas the 7P is limited to about 270 degrees before it runs out of turning ability. I'm trying to get my face out of the way of the microphone while having good audio. Maybe I'll just move it. Wrong way. Move it. Ah, look at that. That's all I needed to do. Far out. Sometimes I'm a little bit on the retarded side. That's no attack on people. I'm getting myself in trouble again. Should have beeped it. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Go to bed. I'm tired, rambling. See you next time. Take it easy. Be good to each other. Be kind. Love yourself. Remember, airplanes, you get the oxygen mask, then give it to someone else. Same thing applies in life. You give yourself good vibes and love, and then you give it to other people. In that order. Bye.